बॉयज, आप क्या हाल चाल हैं तुम्हारे, बता दो मुझे यार आज। लेट्स गेट थिंग्स स्टार्टेड यार, लेट्स गेट रियल हियर। बिकॉज भाई बड़ा क्लैश है भाई, बहुत बड़ा क्लैश है। रूबन एमोरिम के सैक होने की न्यूज आ रही है, मतलब अभी नहीं बट he can be gone within 3 days यार, he can be gone within 3 days। and if you're imagining मैं क्या पहन के बैठा हूँ, I'm wearing a Spurs jersey, I am a Spurs fan, but भाई आज थोड़ा हक दिया, एंड में थोड़े से लकी हो गए थे, ओन गोल आ गया। बट सेकेंड हाफ अच्छा खेले यार, सेकेंड हाफ was good comparatively, but a lot of improvements needed यार। first half was very off, like very susceptible to counters, very susceptible to everything, बट या एंडेड अप विद अ ड्रॉ। ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं भाई, स्पर्स है इस बार यूसीएल में वापस है, तो आई मीन ठीक है, इट इज नॉट अ बिग डील, कोई बात नहीं, ड्रॉज आते रहते हैं। बट आज यार हम स्पर्स के बारे में बात करने नहीं आए हैं, आज हम आए हैं यार मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड वर्सेस चेल्सी के बारे में बात करने। तो मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड एंड चेल्सी, क्या चल रहा है बॉयज, व्हाट इज द सीन, क्या है प्रेडिक्शन तुम्हारे, बता दो यार, लेट मी नो what are your predictions with the game, because yeah, Ruben Amorim can be gone within 3 days or 3 games shall I say, because कि कैंप से न्यूज आ चुकी है कि रूबन एमोरिम might be gone before they even play Liverpool here। तो नेक्स्ट 3 गेम्स बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है एमोरिम के लिए। इट इज अगेंस्ट चेल्सी टुडे, दे विल प्ले अगेंस्ट ब्रेंटफोर्ड एंड देन अगेंस्ट सनडरलैंड, उसके बाद इंटरनेशनल ब्रेक है। तो इट इज पॉसिबल कि भाई एमोरिम कैन बी सैक्ड बिफोर, एंड आई मीन बिफोर द इंटरनेशनल ब्रेक, एंड इंटरनेशनल ब्रेक के बाद यू कैन सी सम अदर मैनेजर एट द टास्क। दैट इज द थिंग मेरे भाई, दैट इज द थिंग। बहुत ही तगड़ी चीजें चल रही है, बहुत सारे रूमर्स है, बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स है दोनों टीम्स के लिए, बिकॉज रीसेंट फॉर्म हैज बीन एन इशू। Recent form has been an issue for both the teams। बायर्न म्यूनिख के सामने थ्रैशिंग मिली है चेल्सी को, चेल्सी वर लाइक इतनी भी बुरी नहीं थी, बट बायर्न वर ऑन अनदर लेवल मेरे भाई, बायर्न वाज ऑन अनदर लेवल। उसके अलावा वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट चेल्सीज ड्रॉ अगेंस्ट ब्रेंटफोर्ड, उसमें प्रॉब्लम यही आ रही थी, यू विल सी। क्या मेरी स्ट्रीम सही चल रही है चैट, क्या मेरी स्ट्रीम सही चल रही है, नॉट श्योर। देखने दो मेरे को बॉयज, देखने दो। आई थिंक वी शुड बी ओके नाउ, आई थिंक सो, अभी ठीक लग रहा है मेरे को। आर वी रियली ऑन स्मूथली बॉयज? थोड़ी सी फ्रेम्स ड्रॉप हुई है मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है बिटवीन द स्ट्रीम, बट एनीवे आई थिंक वी आर बैक, आई थिंक वी आर बैक। बट या थोड़ी सी इशू आ गया था भाई, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, टेक्निकल इशू था मेरे भाई, कोई दिक्कत नहीं भाई, बहुत सारी फ्रेम्स बीच में। यस, सो आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट चेल्सी एंड द रीसेंट फॉर्म, देयर थ्रैशिंग अगेंस्ट मोर ऑफ let's say quality misalignment, क्योंकि बायर्न वर on another level that day and Chelsea stood no chance, let's be honest। But apart from it, Manchester United को Manchester Derby में मिली है thrashing, that is for sure मेरे भाई, that is for sure, because they lost 3-0 and they were very bad। Starting इतनी bad नहीं थी, like I said in my last stream as well, कि भाई स्टार्ट इतना बैड नहीं था मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड के लिए, दे वर एक्चुअली pretty solid, but as soon as they conceded the goal they actually fumbled upon and just फिर कुछ भी हो रहा था भाई, बकचोदी चल रही थी उसके बाद तो। बट starting off they weren't bad, that is what I felt during the game। of course ending the game was brutal because 3-0 was not a good scoreline to end the game, but भाई आज यार कोई तो फ्रेम ड्रॉपिंग का इशू चल रहा है बॉयज, फ्रेम्स आर गेटिंग ड्रॉप्ड अ लॉट। स्ट्रीम स्मूथ आ रही है कि नहीं मेरे को बताओ बॉयज, इज द गेम स्मूथ, इज द स्ट्रीम स्मूथ? बिकॉज यार ये तो सही नहीं है ना मेरे भाई, अगर इतनी सारी फ्रेम्स ड्रॉप होंगी तो स्ट्रीम अच्छे से नहीं चलेगी ना मेरे भाई, वही बात है बॉयज, वही बात है। सो यस, वी विल ट्राई टू इम्प्रूव दिस, बट आज मैंने और एक स्ट्रीम की थी, उसमें इतना इशू नहीं था। आज क्यों आ रहा है, अभी क्यों आ रहा है, that is a little bit of a question here. But anyway, we were talking about Manchester United. Manchester United जो खेल रहा है, बहुत ही बुरा परफॉर्मेंस था अगेंस्ट मैनचेस्टर सिटी, बिकॉज दे वर एक्चुअली वेरी वेरी ब्रूटल, वेरी सिली मिस्टेक्स कर रही है मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड इन द मिडफील्ड, लूजिंग द बॉल। एंड वी हैव सीन अगेंस्ट ग्रिम्सबी टाउन एज वेल कि भाई बहुत ही स्लॉपी गेम्स हैं वहाँ पे फॉर मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड। So it needs to improve for sure. It needs to improve a lot if they want to actually go ahead and do something about their form, their managers, their, you know, overall जो भी है वही। बट एक बार यार लाइनअप्स देख लेते हैं। लेट्स लुक एट द लाइनअप्स, हाउ द लाइनअप्स आर लुकिंग फॉर बोथ द टीम्स। स्टार्ट करेंगे हम मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड के एंड से। बायंदीर अभी भी खेल रहे हैं, लमेंस को चांस अभी भी नहीं मिला है। बायंदीर इज स्टिल इन गोल एंड दैट इज देयर। एंड मगवायर खेल रहे हैं भाई, यूरो को ड्रॉप किया है इस गेम के लिए, यूरो इज बीइंग ड्रॉप्ड। डेलिक्ट विल प्ले एज अ राइट सेंटर बैक और सेंट्रल सेंटर बैक, आई एम नॉट श्योर हु विल प्ले देयर, बट लूक शॉ की पोजीशन आई एम श्योर वही रहेगी। बट मगवायर एंड डेलिक्ट हु विल प्ले ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड, that will be a question and that will be interesting to see. And I agree with the decision, ये मैं अभी से बता रहा हूँ तुम लोगों को, because है भाई मगवायर को लाना is good because experience चाहिए तुम्हें। I know he can be susceptible to some chances here and there, but overall he is a solid defender. Manchester United का ऑरा ही ऐसा है कि भाई कोई भी प्लेयर आके हक देता है भाई। That is not against Manchester, I mean Maguire, but वो मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड की हेरिटेज हो गई है ऐसा लग रहा है रिसेंटली। सो वी कांट डू मच अबाउट इट। बट आगे जाते हुए डोरगू है, डोरगू का टॉप गेम था यार मैनचेस्टर सिटी के अगेंस्ट, बट इट इजंट जस्टिफाइड बिकॉज द scoreline was not good at all, bro. It was not good at all. Casemiro is back in the starting 11. That is pretty good. अमा डियालो को बहुत ही अच्छे पोजीशन में खिला रहे हैं, बहुत ही अच्छी पोजीशन में खिला रहे हैं, एंड आई लव दैट। कुनिया नहीं है, सो ऑफ कोर्स कुनिया नहीं है, आउट ऑफ इंजरी है, तो अमा डियालो को उधर लाना इज वेरी वेरी गुड डिसीजन। एंड उसको लेफ्ट या राइट स्पेस में नहीं खिला रहे। माजरावी जो एक डेडिकेटेड राइट बैक है, उसको खिलाना इज अ वेरी वेरी गुड डिसीजन। एंड डोरगू ऑफ कोर्स ऑन द लेफ्ट विल कीप थिंग्स वेरी वेरी टाइट। फिर एम्बुएमो एंड शेशको स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं। वी विल एक्सपेक्ट समथिंग आउट ऑफ शेशको, एंड इफ ही डजंट परफॉर्म नाउ इट इज अ क्वेश्चन ऑन शेशको एंड नोबडी एल्स एट ऑल। चेल्सी की अगर एक बात कर लें हम क्विकली, वेरी क्विकली बिफोर जंपिंग इनटू द गेम, प्रॉब्लम्स इनकी यहाँ कहाँ आ रही है। जाओ पेड्रो अप फ्रंट फॉर श्योर, टॉप फॉर्म, 5 goals and assists this season in the Premier League, and it is pretty nice. It is absolutely great to be in the team right now. But उसके अलावा कोल पामर, एंजो फर्नांडिस, of course they will be the attacking front on the on the game, of course on the game, और कहाँ ही होगा भाई। एंड एस्तेवाओ खेल रहे हैं ऑन द राइट, नेटो ऑन द लेफ्ट। एस्तेवाओ की भाई परफॉर्मेंस कैसी रही है इस सीजन? डेब्यू है क्या? इज इट अ डेब्यू फॉर एस्तेवाओ? प्रोबेबली नॉट मेरे भाई, प्रोबेबली नॉट। आज के स्टार्ट्स दिखा रहा है मेरे को भाई चाहिए तुम्हारे सीजन के स्टार्ट्स। एनीवे, काइसेडो खेल रहे हैं एज अ सिंगल पिवट in a defensive midfield role. So this is an area Manchester United can explore or explode, whatever you want to call it. उसके बाद चालोबा खेल रहे हैं डिफेंस में। फोफाना is also playing. फोफाना भाई, wasn't he actually a wing back to start with, or has he always been a center back? एक डाउट है मेरे दिमाग में भाई उसके रिगार्डिंग, बट उसके अलावा आई थिंक प्रिटी सॉलिड। कुकुरेया, रीस जेम्स एज द कैप्टन, एंड इट विल बी प्रिटी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड। इट विल बी प्रिटी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड देयर। एंजो फर्नांडिस ऑफ कोर्स इज देयर, but he will be on the attacking front more than he will be on the defense. So that is the thing. It is a rainy day in Manchester. Rainy day in Manchester. So Game can start any moment, boys. The game can start any moment. Everyone is ready. Everyone is there to kick off everything. And yeah, let's get this thing going. Yeah, let's get this thing going. Let's get this stream started as well. बहुत मजा आने वाला है. It will be a heck of a night today because Amorim is under a lot of pressure. I know बहुत से mixed वाले articles तुमने देखे हैं, बहुत mixed news तुमने सुनी है कि भाई पहले न्यूज आती है कि भाई 3 गेम में सैक हो सकता है, उसके बाद जिम रैटक्लिफ आके बोलता है कि भाई वी हैव आवर फुल सपोर्ट ऑन Amorim, फुल यू नो सपोर्ट तो नहीं, Amorim has our full support वैसा. Yes, so but I think the first news was actually correct because नहीं है ना चीजें मेरे भाई. Things are not going as planned for Manchester United. लोगों ने सोचा था भाई Amorim नया आया है, let's give him the second season, but second season का start is pretty bad. And if you ask me भाई, मैं Spurs की जर्सी पहन के बैठा हूँ, if you ask me कि कौन जीतेगा, of course I can't say Chelsea यार, of course I can't say Chelsea. Of course, I can't say Chelsea, bro. I will be supporting Manchester United today. It will be all Man U. It will be all red. So let's see. It is a very downpour. भाई downpour है proper वाला. कितनी बारिश है तुम देखो pitch पे. Crazy rain and we are having a rainy day football. कुछ भी हो सकता है. It will be slippery. It will be crazy. And we are kicking off. And we have kicked off. And let's get this thing going मेरे भाई. Let's get this thing going. Long ball वहां पे. Ball with United. Mazraoui. Mbuemo. Mazraoui again. Positive start from Manchester City. कहाँ से आ गया भाई Manchester United मेरे भाई. De Ligt खेल रहे हैं right center back में and he will be coming forward. De Ligt offside था. I feel he was offside probably. Not really. And cleared away. But back to Manchester United. Positive start. Positive start from Manchester United. Man United को भाई यही चाहिए. This is the thing that Manchester United needs. Mazraoui, hi slip up. नहीं नहीं मेरे भाई, यही दिक्कत है Manchester United की मेरे भाई. तुम समझो ये. It is the biggest problem of Manchester United. They are losing the ball in very crucial areas in the midfield and very cheaply. They're just gifting the ball away. That has been the problem with Manchester United this season. It is not that कि भाई defensively strong नहीं है. They are defensively strong. People say they are defensively unsolid. Pressing में काम नहीं हो रहा है, ये वो जो भी है. नहीं. The problem is in the midfield. They are losing the ball while in possession very cheaply and it is ending up in the goal. You have seen this in the game against Manchester City too, and it was seen in the game against Grimsby Town as well. So there is a problem with Manchester United, to say the least, in the midfield where they lose the ball very cheaply, and they're not losing the ball while pressing. Pressing has been a problem. It is, I'm not denying that, but they're struggling because of the possession lost in commanding areas and actually not being decisive enough. If you lose the ball very cheaply, the quality teams in the Premier League will definitely punish you. And not just Premier League, dude. They lost against Grimsby Town, who play in the League 2, 3 divisions below. So any decent team will actually beat you if you do these kind of mistakes. If you haven't seen my preview for the game, I have analyzed what are the problems going ahead with Manchester United. Mbuemo! Brilliant sumptuous cross from Dorgu, and that was a good header from Mbuemo. Mrs. Sheshko, or Dorgu on the left, open! Reece James ka high tackle. Dude, that was a crazy chance very early on. And this has been a problem converting those chances. It hasn't been a problem creating one because dono teams, bhai, both the teams, Chelsea and Manchester United, both are in the top 2 of creating chances, creating goals. That has been the strength for both of the teams. It is not like कि भाई उनको chances नहीं मिलते हैं. It is about the clinicalness that we saw. 2 chances यहाँ पे मिले within the same minute and they fucked it up. अगर तुम statistically देखोगे ना, if you see it statistically, both the teams. चेल्सी का एक्सजी तुम देखोगे इस सीजन का इट इज 8.51 हाईएस्ट इन द लीग एंड सेकंड नंबर पे है मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड at 8.46. Practically no difference between the two while creating goals. But it is about the clinicalness because XG 8.51 के साथ conversion हुआ है चेल्सी का as 9 goals, and on the other hand Manchester United are just there. Embuemo is in the clear. That should be a red card for the keeper. It should be a red card. Dude, that is a red card. For sure it is a red card. If not, it actually is a yellow, definitely. It is a red card. It is a straight red for Sanchez, and Manchester United are up front and they are in the lead. Now they have a great advantage to actually beat Chelsea in this position. Things in favor of Manchester United at the moment. Definite red card that I called it, and it was a red. Definite red for fucking sure. That was a horrible challenge. You cannot come out of the box and challenge your opposition like that, let alone if you're a keeper. And that was definitely a foul. Had it been inside the box, I'm sure he wouldn't have got even a yellow. But since it is outside the box, he's got the red card. And now Chelsea are down to 10 men. They will have to sacrifice an outfield player to actually include a goalkeeper in their team. A very bad challenge, a very bad decision from Sanchez there, and it is done. Chelsea are down to 10 men, and Chelsea are in trouble, mere bhai. Chelsea are in trouble. Very bad challenge from Sanchez, and it is a very bad situation that, well, Chelsea have gotten themselves into. मेरे भाई क्रेजी हो गया, मेरे भाई क्रेजी हो गया, absolutely crazy मेरे भाई. What a fucking, and Estevao is taking the hit after playing just 5 minutes. Jorgensen उसकी जगह आ रहे हैं as a substitute keeper, and Estevao had to give his place back. If you see at this squad, who would you say would take the hit? It was to be Estevao, the 18-year-old in the Chelsea shirt. And now Chelsea have to play almost the whole and full 90 minutes with 10 men. Absolutely crazy मेरे भाई, absolutely crazy. Now I don't think, and एक और डिफेंडर को लाया जा रहा है यहाँ पे चेल्सी के द्वारा, and Pedro Neto is taking a hit too. And bhai, is this a very bad situation Chelsea have gotten themselves into? Because भाई मार्केजा का ये मेरे को नहीं ठीक लगा. I know Estevao had to be substituted out because they had no keeper on the lineup, but was the second substitution necessary? Was the second substitution necessary? Because I don't think so. I mean, they could have played it out. They had the 4 defenders. They have the 2 defensive midfielders. They are playing with a double pivot. Was there a need to bring in an extra defender after taking out an attacker? At least give yourself a chance to at least go ahead and try to get something out of the goal. But Marqueza, I think he has overthinked this, and I think that is a wrong call of taking Pedro Neto out. I think that is there for sure. For sure, mere bhai. I don't agree with the decision of taking out Pedro Neto, and I am against the decision of actually not. I mean, taking Pedro Neto out and bringing in one more defender is the horrible choice you can make, bro. It is very horrible, of course. But having said that, Manchester United are in an advantage on the play. Bruno Fernandes and Embuemo are standing over the ball. It is about who will take the free kick. Bruno Fernandes takes it. It drops to Embuemo and almost up and above the keeper. And I think it was deflected, and people are asking for corner. Or was that a corner? Was that not a corner? It is a corner. It is a corner. It is confirmed. It is pouring down. I'm not sure if it added anything to the challenge. Was the vision blocked for Sanchez? Did he misjudge it in the rain? I'm not sure. But it is a red card, and Chelsea are down to 10 men, my guys. Chelsea are down to 10 men. Embuemo standing over the ball. Embuemo gets in. Harry Maguire with the header. Cucurella with the clearance. Not so convincing. It is Delict there, and a Jorgensen clearance coming to Chelsea's rescue here. Boys, what are we thinking? Guys, chat. Tell me, what are we thinking here with this sort of situation at Chelsea's hand? Can they save a point out of this game? Can they actually save a point out of the game? It is going to be very hard. I think it is going to be very, very hard. Absolutely. But it all comes down to the determination and the quality that Chelsea has defensively. It is all about the defensive solidity and the structure, even with 10 men. Corner coming in, Amad Diallo standing above it, blocked off, and a clearance coming from Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer के भी भाई डिफेंस करने के दिन आ गए हैं. क्या दिन आ गए हैं मेरे भाई के. What is going on with Chelsea at the moment? This is not what Chelsea had in mind with this game. I felt and I thought Chelsea would be the favorites coming into the game, but my prediction will be wrong, my guys. My prediction will be wrong. I predicted 3-1 to Chelsea, but red card in the first 5 minutes was not something on my bingo card for this game. Look at the audience. Everyone is hopeful. They have a sparkle in their eyes कि भाई आज कुछ होने वाला है. Something will happen today. It is the saying for Manchester United. Mazraoui on the ball now. Mazraoui goes wide to Embuemo. Embuemo wants to put in a cross. Challenge coming in from Cucurella, but possession is not lost from Manchester United. It is Luke Shaw on the ball now. Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw drifts it wide to Dorgu. Dorgu drops it for Bruno Fernandes looking for a cross. Plays it across to Casemiro in the center. De Ligt in a very forward position. Tries to make it a cross, or was it a shot? It was a double-minded both of those things. So it went out, and it is a goal kick for Chelsea. Manchester United needs to be better here. I mean, they are in the ascendancy, they are in the, advantage at this point, but they need to be clinical, they need to be, and look at Sir Alex Ferguson. He is happy with the red card. He is very happy with the red card. He's drinking his coffee, sipping his coffee in this cold weather of rain, and he is very happy. Everyone is very happy with the red card because everyone wants to see Manchester United do well. Of course, if it is Sir Alex Ferguson, of course he wants them to do well. Wherever Manchester United are, they are because of Sir Alex Ferguson. For sure, 100%. Mazraoui goes to De Ligt. De Ligt to Mazraoui. Embuemo, Mazraoui back to De Ligt. Goes to Maguire. To Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw drops it for Dorgu. Dorgu to Amad Diallo. भाई प्रॉब्लम में तो आ गई है भाई. Chelsea is in a bit of a problem here because things are not going as planned, to say the least. चीजें नहीं जा रही भाई as planned. Not at all, bro. Not at all, मेरे भाई. But भाई, Manchester United will need to bounce on this opportunity because it's not many times you see a keeper going off and you face 10 men. You have the advantage. Make it count. Make it count big time. Luke Shaw drops it for Bruno Fernandes and plays it forward to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw runs it out, my boys. That is not a good challenge. Not a good challenge. Not at all. Not at all, bro. Absolutely not. भाई ये तो देखो, स्टैट्स तो यही रहेंगे अब पूरी गेम के लिए। जो ये स्टैट्स तुम्हें दिख रहे हैं, इट विल स्टे लाइक दिस, बिकॉज है नहीं ना ऑप्शन। चेल्सी विल नीड टू डिफेंड विद देयर हार्ट्स हियर, एंड यूनाइटेड भाई, द अटैकिंग टीम दे आर, they will of course go ahead and pounce on this opportunity. मैं तुम्हें भाई एक इंटरेस्टिंग चीज दिखाता हूँ इसके बारे में। डोरगो ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस scores, let's go, is it offside? It is not, it doesn't seem so, but it is a goal and Manchester United lead the game today. Let's go मेरे भाई, let's fucking go, get in man, get in, let's do this. And who other than Bruno Fernandes? Who did the flick up there? I want to see who did the flick up. Was it Amad Diallo? Was it Maguire? Who was it? I want to see the replay right now. Right now, my guys. I want to see the replay. It was Dorgu. And it feels like it can be ruled out. It is a possibility, I will not lie. But I think he is just safe. I think he is just safe. It will need to be checked for sure. It will need to be checked. The referee is waiting for the VAR confirmation as well. क्या लग रहा है boys? What are we thinking? Is the goal given? Will the goal be given now in this situation? It is still being checked. Still being checked here, guys. Still being checked. Boys, tense moments. रेफर भी बोल रहा है भाई क्लोज है, बहुत क्लोज है, इट विल नीड टू बी चेक्ड pretty badly and pretty well, because it is a very thin line between an offside and an onside. Everyone is surrounding the referee कि पूछ रहे हैं कि भाई बता दो, हमको बता दो यार, कौन है, कैसा है, कोई यूं है, बट नहीं. Marqueza is also confused. Amorim is waiting for the decision anxiously. His job relies on this goal, on this game. If United wins today, I think Amorim has saved this job at least till January. At least. And it is given, boys. Let's go, boys. Let's go. It is a goal, mere bhai. Let's go, boys. Get in. लेट्स गो मेरे भाई, लेट्स गो भाई. मेरे को लाइंस देखनी है. आई मीन लग तो रहा था कि ऑफ साइड नहीं है, बट आई वांट टू सी द लाइंस बॉयज. आई वांट टू सी द लाइंस टू, यू नो, आई वांट टू सी द लाइंस, नॉट द लॉइंस, द लाइंस. आई साहब, लेट्स फकिंग गो बॉयज, लेट्स फकिंग गो. गेम इज ऑन and I think United will have more of this, and United have a yellow card already. Was it Casemiro? I expected that to be. Even without seeing the challenge, I was sure it was a Casemiro. If there is anyone to get a yellow card this early in the game, it is none other than Casemiro on the pitch. That is Casemiro. Of course it is Casemiro. Mere bhai, chalo yaar, let's fucking go boys. Let's fucking go. Let's get this win. ले लेते हैं भाई. Let's go. Let's get this win for Amorim to save his job. There is also a saying, everyone else is supporting Manchester United because why, they don't want to let Amorim go. They don't want to leave the free 3 points that they're getting. And भाई एक मजे की बात तुम्हें अगर पता नहीं हो, if you don't have a clue about the record Chelsea has at Manchester United's home, that is the Old Trafford, it is a pretty wild one. Embuemo भाई, अच्छी स्ट्राइक थी मेरे भाई, अच्छी स्ट्राइक थी. Not a bad strike at all. But ठीक है. But as I was saying, what I was saying is कि भाई अगर तुम्हें पता है कि चेल्सी लास्ट 15 सालों में या कहीं 12 सालों में 2013 से एक भी मैच नहीं जीती है ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड पे। मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड आर अनबीटन एट ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड अगेंस्ट चेल्सी। क्रेजी भाई, ऑन साइड था मेरे भाई, सेमी ऑटोमेटेड ऑफ साइड टेक्नोलॉजी एट वर्क। बढ़िया मेरे भाई, बढ़िया, एब्सोल्युटली क्रेजी। मजा आ गया मेरे भाई, मजा आ गया। व्हाट अ गेम सो फार, व्हाट अ गेम। एंड टू एंड स्टफ नहीं है, इट इज अ वन वे स्ट्रीट टुडे बॉयज, इट इज वन वे स्ट्रीट एंड द स्ट्रीट इज ऑफ ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड। मेरे भाई मजा आने वाला है, आज के गेम में मजा आएगा बॉयज। दिस इज फुटबॉल भाई, तुम कितना भी टैक्टिक्स डिस्कस कर लो, कमिंग द गेम things can completely turn around. Things can actually and completely turn around. सीधी बात है मेरे भाई, absolutely, because who would have expected कि भाई चेल्सी जाके भाई 10 लोगों के साथ खेल रही होगी। they would be down to 10 men with just 5 minutes on the clock. कितने tactics बना लो, कितने plans बना लो, but football comes at you in a different way. So Cole Palmer भी substitute हो रहे हैं। I think there is an injury involved here. think there is an injury involved here. Cole Palmer is also out. Andre Santos is coming in. मेरे भाई Chelsea are done in this game. They're already done in this game, boys. Wow, bro. Wow. Luck favoring Manchester United today, boys? Is the luck favoring Manchester United, or is it just one of those days for Chelsea? It is crazy, na, mere bhai, how the things have gone in the first 20 minutes of the game. I couldn't understand what happened here. कोल पामर साला जा रहा है भाई, यूनाइटेड के प्लेयर से मिल रहा है भाई। पैसे लिए क्या, पैसे खाए हैं तुमने? कोल पामर बाहर निकलो, पैसे खाए हैं तुमने। तो जाके भाई हंसी मजाक कर रहा है भाई यूनाइटेड के प्लेयर के साथ। कौन था कौन वहां पे भाई? I couldn't identify who the guy was, but मेरे भाई Cole Palmer, oh भाई जाओ Pedro on the ball, जाओ Pedro dribbling past the defenders, Cucurella putting in a cross, and it will run out to be a corner. It will be a corner for Chelsea against the run of play. Oh my god, it's absolutely fun to watch this. Absolutely fun to watch this game. तुम सोच रहे होगे भाई ये स्पर्स का 14 आके क्या बैठ गया यहाँ पे, हैं? यही सोच रहे हो ना? सच बताओ तुम, हैं? सच बताओ, भैंस की आंख तुम्हारी। स्पर्स नहीं जीत रही तो क्या हुई? मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड है ना, और जीतेगी आज। क्या बात कर रहे हो भाई? जीतेगी ना, स्पर्स है तो क्या हुआ? स्पर्स ने ड्रॉ तो कर लिया ना मेरे भाई। चुप बैठो तुम लोग, साले गाली देते हो। तो स्पर्स आउट बोला ना तुम लोगों ने, गाली दूंगा तुम लोगों को तगड़ी वाली भाई साहब। लॉन्ग शॉट कमिंग इन फ्रॉम काइसेडो। Dorgu running like crazy. Again an interception coming in from Caicedo. And it is a throw in for Chelsea. That is a beautiful interception from Caicedo. सीधा ले लिया भाई, हमारा डियालो को भाई जगह ही नहीं दी। जगह तुम्हें नहीं मिलेगी, माच डालो तुम। वही बात है ना यहाँ पे। क्रेजी शिट मेरे भाई, क्रेजी फकिंग शिट। आज कोई व्यूअर्स नहीं आएंगे के? क्या व्यूअर्स नहीं आने वाले आज मेरे साथ मैच देखने? ऑलरेडी 25 minutes in, 0 views. That shouldn't be the case, boys. I'm telling you that shouldn't be the case. We need to be better on the ground. समझ रहे हो कि नहीं समझ रहे हो? बताओ मेरे को, हैं? बताओ। Matthias de Ligt on the ball. De Ligt goes wide to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw finds Amad Diallo back to Bruno Fernandes. नहीं, कैसमीरो था वहां पे, कैसमीरो था वहां पे बॉयज। डेलिक्ट भाई आज है ना भाई, कोई टैक्टिकल एनालिसिस करने का इधर पॉइंट नहीं है यार, एकदम भी पॉइंट नहीं है, बिकॉज भाई चेल्सी आर ऑन 10 मैन, साथ ही साथ पेड्रो नेटो, कोल पामर दोनों को बाहर निकाल दिया इन लोगों ने। क्या कह सकते हैं भाई, बताओ तुम यार, हैं कुछ कुछ कहने को है तुम्हारे पास? कोल पामर को निकाला क्यों मेरे भाई, मुझे वो जानना है यार। इज देयर एनी सब्स्टिट्यूशन या कहे इंजरीज इन्वॉल्व? अगर इंजरी नहीं है तो इट इज अ वेरी शिट डिसीजन, एब्सोल्युटली। आई डोंट नो भाई व्हाट वाज द रीजन टू टेक ऑफ कोल पामर। अगर तुम्हें पता है तो बताओ यार मेरे को, आई वांट टू नो व्हाट वाज द रीजन एक्चुअली टू टेक आउट कोल पामर फ्रॉम दैट सिचुएशन। कुकुरेया पे वहां पे हेडेड चैलेंज आया था वहां पे एम्बुएमो से, बट एनीवे feels like he's safe. Cucurea. He drinks estrella. Cucurea. He is paella. Why is bro so gay, bro? Why is bro so gay? This is the question. This is the nation. This is the world asking him. Have you seen the video of him after the Euros? Cucurea. He is paella. That kind of video. तुम्हें पता है ना मैं किस वीडियो के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ boys? तुम्हें पता है ना गाइस मैं किस वीडियो के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ? चैट कोई देख रहा है? एक माँ का आदमी भी बैठा है भाई, अगर कोई आदमी बैठा है भाई बताओ मेरे को, व्हाट डू यू गाइस थिंक ऑफ द गेम सो फार? 100% एडवांटेज टू मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड मेरे भाई, 100% चांस टू मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड, एब्सोल्युटली देयर। Mazraoui comes to Casemiro, goes for a long ball, Reece James intercepts and to Jorgensen। भाई कौन कौन आया चेल्सी के लिए भाई? 3 सब्स्टिट्यूशन ऑलरेडी कर दिए चेल्सी ने, अभी चल क्या रहा है मेरे भाई? व्हाट इज चेल्सी थिंकिंग हियर? आई हैव नो आइडिया। तोसिन आए हैं, आंद्रे सेंटोस आए हैं, क्या ही चल रहा है भाई? पूरी अटैकिंग जो ट्रियो थी उनकी, जो मिडफील्ड में ट्रियो था उनका, तुम देखो भाई, एस्तेवाओ आउट, कोल पामर आउट, नेटो सब्स्टिट्यूटेड आउट। अभी इसमें तुम्हें भाई किसी को अगर चांस देना भी है, लेट्स से इट इज मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड मेरे भाई, आफ्टर ऑल इट इज मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड ना। अगर तुम भाई ऐसा करोगे तो कैसा चलेगा बताओ मेरे को, है? You at least have to give yourself a chance. You can't just give up on a game like this. I think Marqueza is being very, very defensive here. Absolutely defensive. But if United doesn't score a couple of more goals in the game, everything will be questioned here. Everything will be questioned. Because against 10 men, against Chelsea, जिन्होंने भाई सारे defensive substitutes ही किया है, you actually have no threats as such. So yeah, that's pretty much that मेरे भाई, that's pretty much that. Dorgu ball पे, Bruno Fernandes now. Bruno Fernandes tries to find Amad Diallo with the long ball, but Fofana with the interception, with the tackle, absolutely perfectly timed tackle. Maguire on the ball. भाई डिफेंसिव अबिलिटी ज्यादा टेस्ट होगी नहीं आज यूनाइटेड की, दैट इज व्हाट आई फील। द डिफेंसिव अबिलिटी ऑफ मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड वोंट बी टेस्टेड टुडे, एंड आई थिंक दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। Chalobah almost lost a ball here मेरे भाई, Chalobah almost lost a ball here. क्रेजी चल रहा मेरे भाई सब कुछ, एब्सोल्युटली क्रेजी चल रहा। क्या लग रहा तुम्हें? व्हाट डू यू गाइस थिंक? कहाँ जा रही है ये गेम मेरे भाई, कहाँ जा रही है ये गेम? बट भाई है तो एकदम क्रेजी ना मेरे भाई गेम अब तक, जो भी हुआ है मेरे भाई, जो भी हुआ है। एब्सोल्युटली क्रेजी। क्या तुम कुछ कमेंट भी कर सकते हो इस गेम पे अब तक? इज देयर एनी कमेंट यू कैन मेक ऑन द गेम सो फार? बिकॉज कुछ है ही नहीं ना बोलने को। इट इज क्वाइट सिंपल। एम्बुएमो का क्रॉस फ्रॉम द फ्री किक बट इजीली कलेक्टेड बाय जॉर्गेंसन। Foul given against Enzo Fernandez, was it? Yeah, it was against Enzo Fernandez. विन प्रेडिक्टर दिखा रहा है कि भाई 79% चांस ऑफ यूनाइटेड विनिंग। उसके अलावा अगर अभी कोई मेरे साथ आएगा नहीं इधर स्ट्रीम पे तो कैसा चलेगा तुम बताओ मेरे को। हाँ, कैसा चलेगा? चीजें चीजें चलनी तो अच्छी चाहिए कि नहीं मेरे भाई? तुम बताओ मेरे को। अच्छी चीजें चलेंगी तभी जाके अच्छी चीजें होंगी। एंड सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ। भाई बकचोदी कर रहा हूँ, ज्यादा सीरियसली ना लो, ठीक है? रैंडम शिट चल रही मेरी। हैरी मगवायर ऑन द बॉल, Matthias de Ligt, Mazarawi, Kuku Kukurea gives a foul away. Nice one, bro. Nice one. Nice one, dude. Absolutely crazy, bhai. Crazy. Luke Shaw driving with the ball. Goes to Amad Diallo, but Fofana is there to intercept it or to save it and block Amad Diallo off to get a goal kick. बट अभी भाई ट्रिक यही है ना इधर। दैट इज द ट्रिक हियर कि भाई यू हैव टू गो द फुल 90 विद 10 men. It is still an hour away the full time whistle. We've already made 3 substitutions and 3 defensive substitutions, might I add. So probably there isn't much in the game for you at this moment because of the substitutions you've made so far. I'm talking about Chelsea. De Ligt wanted to get a cross in. It comes to De Ligt again. Goes wide to Mazraoui. A nice flick on from Bruno Fernandes was there. De Ligt goes on for a cross, cleared away by Tosin. Tosin, Luke Shaw collects it, goes to Dorgu. Reece James tries to win the ball, but it is a throw in for Manchester United, and Casemiro is on the ball now. De Ligt collects the ball, but it is all about Chelsea now. It is how Chelsea pick themselves up this time, and how can they actually pounce on the man down situation in this game. João Pedro is appealing for a foul, but referee has said no foul, and the ball is with Manchester United. Dorgu with the ball tries to put in a cross, but Reece James is there to actually block the ball off. Now this is a very good opportunity for Manchester United to actually go ahead and get the goals from the guys who are actually struggling. People like Sheshko, people like Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is not actually struggling, but everyone needs to be on the best of their game today to actually practice against playing against big opposition. Yes, they are with the 10 men, but they still have the quality that can hurt you in the long run. So get your boys who are not in form on the sheet. Probably someone like Sheshko, probably Mbuemo, probably someone like Cunha after he comes on as a substitute in the second half. Try to get as many goals as possible, because this is a golden chance, this is a golden ticket for you to get the 3 points and actually be forward on the goal difference as well. Mbuemo with a sumptuous cross to Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo holding the ball off. He runs him out for a corner. That was bad, bro. Bad decision making. That is the problem with Manchester United this season, mere bhai. That is the problem with Manchester United, because they are attacking well, they are defending all right, but the problem is with the passes, the decision making of every player on the pitch, because things are not so good in that sense, because they are conceding most of the goals by losing the ball in the defensive zones, in the midfield zones, in the powerful commanding zones. and they're losing the possession away very cheaply in a very bad places. So that is contributing to the woes that the Manchester United team are having, and Amorim is having specifically, because the tactics are not so bad on in itself, but the execution, and not even the execution, we're talking about the silly Sunday league mistakes that they are making. So Manchester United need to overcome those today. They don't want to lose the ball in the areas that they have done so far against Manchester City, against Grimsby Town, against Burnley. Whatever the game is, there the problem with Manchester United is about losing the ball in crucial areas in possession and cheaply as well. Mazraoui with the ball goes in for a cross. Sheshko collects it. Sheshko running with the ball. Amad Diallo is in the open, tries to shoot it, cuts back in. It's Embu Emo. Embu Emo plays it to Diallo again. He finds Mazraoui. He was not focused. Mazraoui was not focused there. He needed to be focused. He needed to be alive. He needed to be prompt on that pass, but he was not. That is a big chance missed from Manchester United. Should have been a goal. That should have been a goal, my guys. That should have been a goal. And that is what I think. Absolutely. Because, yeah, that was not a bad chance, and he was in the open there. He was in the open. And there is an appeal for the penalty there. But the penalty was not given. Is it being checked? It was offside indeed. लोल लोल हो गया मेरे भाई लोल एब्सोल्युटली लोलम लोल क्या कहें बताओ भाई तुम हैं क्रेजी सीन हो रखे हैं मेरे भाई क्रेजी सीन हो रखे हैं बट आज की भाई और मैचेस क्या क्या हैं आई वांट टू हैव अ लुक एट दैट इज बार्सिलोना प्लेइंग टुडे और आर दे प्लेइंग टुमारो दैट इज व्हाट आई वांट टू नो बॉयज दैट इज व्हाट आई वांट टू नो बताओ यार मेरे को इफ यू गाइस नो टेल मी कि भाई बारसा आज खेल रही है और द गेम ऑफ एफसी बार्सिलोना इज टुमारो because Real Madrid is playing right now and they have won 2-0 here, so that's done. And today any other game in the Premier League at 12:30 IST, or is there no games being played for whatever, bro? Anyway, yes, we have Brentford against Fulham. I think that is a London derby again. Tomorrow we have a good game of Arsenal versus Manchester City. That will be a very interesting game to actually go ahead and analyze. That will be pretty good. Pretty good, my guys. Pretty good. Here, corner coming in for Manchester United. Embu Emo is on the ball, taking the short corner with Bruno Fernandes. Mazraoui with a cross, a long cross. Dorgu was there, but he chose the wrong place to actually put in. What a header! And it is Casemiro on the ball, and it is a goal. United lead by 2 here. Let's fucking go, boys. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, mere bhai. United are 2-0 up. Casemiro is on the score sheet today. Dorgu, I felt he was playing in the wrong way. I think he should have played the ball to Sheshko and United's Casemiro that was standing there, and there is no way in hell that that is offside on Casemiro, and it is a clean and a clear goal coming in. And there is some sort of arguments happening on the line about the goal itself, or the penalty maybe, or the penalty incident as well. That can be the case as well. Pretty interesting, my guys. Pretty interesting. Interesting, my guys. Interesting. जो वक्त आए ना बुलाए And that was a bad clearance from Reece James, I would say. Luke Shaw's header and heading the ball in was there Casemiro. Casemiro without any doubt. Absolutely clinical, and Amorim would be in a sigh of relief. See, he hasn't been giving any sort of wild reactions. He's calm. He's having a sigh of relief of the kind of performance his team has done today. Yes, a luck factor is there because Chelsea are on 10 men. That is obviously a numerical advantage in the outfield, but he will be satisfied with the. Oh, that is a slip up from Fofana. A cross coming in. Ah, recovered by Chelsea. Recovered pretty well by Chelsea. Harry Maguire with the challenge. Maguire मेरे भाई मग्गू को भाई आज ना रोक सकता कोई. Maggu is here to stay. Maggu will he be here to stay मेरे भाई. Maggu will be here to stay. Absolutely fun to watch game going on so far मेरे भाई. Absolutely fun game to watch. एक बार जाते हैं भाई, एक बार YouTube खोलते हैं मेरे भाई, एक बार जीशान की स्ट्रीम में चलते हैं भाई, जीशान की स्ट्रीम में चलते हैं. Let's invite some people over from there as well. Let's go boys. Let's go. It is a crazy clash. मजा आएगा मेरे भाई, मजा आएगा. Absolutely fun. मतलब चलते हैं वॉइस, चलते हैं. Let's comment here. Let's comment. हाँ ये लो सब्सक्राइब हो गया मेरे भाई, सब्सक्राइब कर लिया. अरे मेरे भाई क्या ही चल रहा है मेरे भाई, क्या ही चल रहा. Anyway मेरे भाई, anyway it's going great मेरे भाई, absolutely great. जो वक्त आए दिखाए. कर लेंगे मेरे भाई, 5 मिनट बाद कर लेंगे, हाफ टाइम पे कर लेंगे सबको इनवाइट मेरे भाई. लेट्स फकिंग गो मेरे भाई, लेट्स फकिंग गो. जो वक्त आए जाए ना दिखाए. आमा दिया लो भाई मेरे भाई. छोटे बच्चे, छोटा बचका छाछ की ना कोई नाक दिखाना रे. जुबी डुबी डब डब, जुबी डुबी डब डब. शकल का बच्चा समझ के हमको ना समझाना रे. जुबी डुबी डब डब, जुबी डुबी डब डब. Luke Shaw, yeah, defending very well on the ball there. Luke Shaw defending very well on the ball. Absolutely fun to watch the game so far that has been for Manchester United. मेरे भाई. La 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 la. Oh. मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे? I'm not even talking anything here. It is absolutely crazy here. But anyway, we are talking about the things here. It is, who is number 23? Was that Chalaba? Or was that Fofana? Or was that Tosin? No idea. Sheshko drops it in beautifully for Bruno Fernandes. Kukurea doing very well, drawing the foul to himself, and Sheshko at the end of conceding a foul in the opposition penalty area. So that's not a big issue here. It is not a big issue. Sheshko drops it beautifully, but Bruno Fernandes, I thought, had a better chance to actually go ahead and score, or probably, play it somewhere nice, to be very honest. Probably it would have been a better option to play it to Amad Diallo rather than playing it up to Sheshko again. Dorgu there trying to ask for the ball. Embuemo, मेरे भाई, हाँ, it is a foul from Kukurea. Kukurea, he is paella. वो वाला ही सीन हो गया ना ये तो भाई. Why is bro so gay मेरे भाई? Why is bro so gay? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? You guys really know what I'm talking about, don't you? Don't you guys know about that? You guys know about that. I'm pretty sure about that, bro. आज भाई जीशान भाई ऐसे क्यों स्ट्रीम कर रहे हैं आज? इट इज अ डिफरेंट सेटअप. मोबाइल से स्ट्रीम कर रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं जीशान भाई ही जान सकते हैं ये चीजें. तो ये राज भी उन्हीं के साथ चला गया. वही वाला सीन हो रहा है ना मेरे भाई, वही वाला तो सीन हो रहा है वहां पे. एनीवे, चलो, लेट्स बिल्ड इट ऑफ. कुकुरेया, it is a free kick and Mazraoui is standing there with Bruno Fernandes, but Mazraoui leaving the scene of action, and Bruno Fernandes is ready to whip the ball in. Maguire is asking something to Bruno Fernandes to play it in a certain way, so that will be interesting to see. A free kick kaisi jati hai mere guys. How will this free kick go? Added time is 9 minutes. Are you fucking kidding me, mere bhai? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? 9 minutes? Are you serious? Really? Mazraoui on the ball. Embuemo. Embuemo goes to cross coming in. Dorgu there to collect it at the far end. A cross coming in again, missed by Chalobah. Mazraoui. Mazraoui goes wide to Embuemo. Embuemo's cross coming in. Bruno Fernandes there. Sheshko wasn't there. It was Matthijs de Ligt. My bad. Matthijs de Ligt इतना भाई अभी भी पीछे नहीं आया मेरा भाई. He wants to stay up there. भाई मैं उधर ही रहूंगा. तुम्हारी माँ की आँख. क्योंकि चेल्सी ने भाई सारे डिफेंसिव सब्स्टिट्यूशन कर दिए हैं. अब मेरे को क्या भाई, कहीं पे भी खेलो. What the fuck है? सारे डिफेंसिव सब्स्टिट्यूशन है. कोई अटैक तो करेगा नहीं. जो अटैक करेंगे उसको भाई मग्गू संभाल लेगा अपना. मगवायर संभाल लेगा तो भाई और क्या ही चाहिए जिंदगी में, है कि नहीं मेरे भाई? है कि नहीं, बताओ मेरे को. क्या लग रहा तुम्हें है? What do you guys think मेरे भाई? What do you guys think? ऑडियंस कम लग रही मेरे भाई हैं आज भाई. सब सैटरडे नाइट. एक तू वो वाला सीन हो रहा है क्या किसी के साथ? हैं सालो, माँ की आंख तुम्हारी. हरामी हो तुम सब, पता है तुम्हें. आए मगवायर comes to Casemiro. Casemiro goes wide. He goes to Mazraoui. Mazraoui goes forward, finds Embuemo. Embuemo loses the ball, but it was a tackle from Cucurella. Embuemo takes a quick throw in to Matthijs de Ligt. Matthijs de Ligt to Maguire. Maguire to de Ligt again. Embuemo. Embuemo plays it for Casemiro beautifully. Drops it for Bruno Fernandes. He tries to play it through to Amad Diallo there, but failing to do so. Luke Shaw plays it for Dorgu. Dorgu ka cross. Sheshko couldn't find himself in the position, boys. And he was offside as well. Was it Dorgu or was Sheshko offside there? दोनों से कौन offside था भाई? I didn't think Sheshko was offside, but felt पता नहीं चला. What exactly happened there? हाँ, चाट लो, आँख तुम्हारी है. चाट लो बहनचोद. 9 मिनट कौन ऐड करता है भाई एक हाफ में? What the fuck is 9 minutes added into a half मेरे भाई? What is a 90 minute? I mean 50 4 मिनट्स का हाफ हो गया है भाई, 54 मिनट्स का हाफ हो गया यहाँ पे. Isn't that crazy to think about? हाँ, absolutely crazy bro, crazy crazy shit मेरे भाई. हम करते हैं भाई, करते हैं. Let's see, let's see. Caicedo goes back to Tosin. ये चालुवा कौन है भाई? यार समझ ही नहीं आता मेरे भाई. रुक जाओ, मेरे को देखने दो. लाइनअप्स तुम देखने नहीं देते, फिर बोलते हो कि भाई तुम्हें कुछ फुटबॉल नहीं आता. भाई इतने सब्स्टिट्यूशन कर दिए सारे के सारे ये लोगों ने, सालों ने डिफेंसिव सब्स्टिट्यूट किए हैं. आई आई हेट दैट टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट मेरे भाई. हेट दैट टू बी द केस. बट क्या कर सकते हैं भाई. गंदा है पर धंधा है. हैं? क्या बोलते हो? Bindir Bindir goes long. शेष्को was there भाई. कूद ले मेरे भाई, कूद ले थोड़ा सा. खड़े खड़े हेडर मारना है इसको, शेष्को को. कूद लो थोड़ा सा. एम्बुएमो तुमसे ज्यादा कूद रहा है. शर्म आ रही है तुम्हें? एम्बुएमो भाई तुझसे टिंगू सा आया भाई. वो ज्यादा कूद रहा है. शेष्को भाई ऐसे जरा सा उठता है, टक. अरे भाई ऐसे नहीं कूदा जाता मेरे भाई. कुछ भी कर रहा है मेरे भाई. एब्सोल्युटली क्रेजी भाई. हैं? क्या लग रहा है बॉयज? कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला है क्या? अरे भाई रेड कार्ड मिल गया कैसेमीरो को. डबल येलो. फक ब्रो. ओ माय गुडनेस, क्या हो गया मेरे लाल. मेरे लाल कैसेमीरो, मैड्रिड से आए हुए हीरो. गेम वापस ला दिया ना तुमने बराबरी पे. मेरे भाई कैसेमीरो, क्या कर रहे हो हीरो? ये भाई बट था क्या यार येलो कार्ड? ये वाज दैट अ येलो कार्ड चैलेंज? नॉट टू श्योर अबाउट दिस ब्रो. आई एम नॉट टू श्योर अबाउट दिस. एमोरिम को मिला क्या येलो? माय फकिंग गॉड भाई. ये मार्केजा को मिला है. हु डिड गेट द येलो भाई? कैसेमीरो हीरो है भाई. ही इज द मेसिया टुडे. He is the Messiah today, boys. Absolutely crazy, bhai. Only bhai two people in the world can do this. One is Sergio Ramos, and the second guy is his his actually a good teammate, his ex teammate, Casa fucking Miro, मेरा हीरो. गेम आ गया भाई, बैलेंस में आ चुका है गेम बॉयज. द गेम इज बैक इन द बैलेंस. हाँ भाई साहब, क्रेजी टर्न ऑफ इवेंट्स ब्रो, क्रेजी टर्न ऑफ इवेंट्स. क्रेजी 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 टर्न ऑफ इवेंट्स मेरे भाई. I have started. आई साहब, क्रेजी कर दिया ना इन लोगों ने. एब्सोल्युटली क्रेजी भाई. कैसे मीरो कर सकता है भाई? ये एक ही बंदा है भाई. एक ही बंदा है जो ये हरकतें कर सकता है मेरे भाई. एक ही बंदा है जो ये हरकतें कर सकता है, एंड दैट इज कैसेमीरो. कैसेमीरो ना होता ना भाई तो ये भाई यूनाइटेड भाई कुछ भी सीधे सीधा कर ले, ऐसे कभी हो सकता है क्या? विदाउट एनी डाउट मेरे भाई. क्या रैंडम बकचोदी की है यार, क्या रैंडम बकचोदी की है यार इन लोगों ने, है। कैसे मीरो भाई कुछ भी करता है ना। मान तो रावी भाई थ्रोन ले रहा है, बट भाई एट द कमिंग टू द एंड ऑफ द फर्स्ट हाफ, getting a red card, two yellows rather, absolutely bollocks मेरे भाई. No one else could do this. No one else could do this, man. No one else could do this. Only one and only Casemiro भाई. Absolutely. Casemiro के अलावा ये कोई नहीं कर सकता. क्रेजी हो गया मेरे भाई. Absolutely crazy. Fucking crazy मेरे भाई. सयारा तू तो बदला नहीं है. भाई साहब, मेरे भाई क्या सीन हो रखे हैं, है ना. क्या सीन हो रखे हैं मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड के. सीधे सीधा तो भाई जीत ही नहीं सकते ये लोग. इट इज हैपेंड लाइक भाई. अब भाई, नाउ दैट आई थिंक ऑफ इट, वुड मार्केजा एक्चुअली रिग्रेट taking out Cole Palmer, taking out Pedro Neto, taking out Estevao, क्या अटैकिंग सब्स्टिट्यूशंस, जो डिफेंसिव सब्स्टिट्यूशंस बन गए अटैकिंग प्लेयर्स, वाज दैट नेसेसरी मेरे भाई. व्हाट डू यू थिंक, व्हाट डू यू थिंक भाई, क्या लग रहा है. कुड इट हैव बीन बेटर कि अगर कोल पामर और एस्तेवाओ और पेड्रो नेटो में से भाई एटलीस्ट एक या दो बंदे रहते पिच पे. अभी इतने ज्यादा डिफेंसिव सब्स्टिट्यूशंस की क्या जरूरत थी. दैट इज द क्वेश्चन हियर. बिकॉज भाई तुम देखो, स्टार्टिंग में ही बंदों ने उठा दिया है भाई. लाइक एस्तेवाओ को तो ठीक है, ही हैड टू बी गिवन आउट बिकॉज देयर इज नो गोलकीपर एज सच. तो एस्तेवाओ का सब्स्टिट्यूशन आई अंडरस्टूड, बट उसके तुरंत बाद पेड्रो नेटो को सब्स्टिट्यूट करने की कोई जरूरत थी? ये बताओ तुम मुझे. Was there any need of substituting out Pedro Neto? मुझे नहीं लगता. एंड ऑन टॉप ऑफ इट थोड़ी देर बाद भाई क्या सूझा उसको, आई डोंट नो, बट he actually got off and made those defensive substitutions, and I don't agree with that. It is actually pretty shit, to be honest. This the substitutions जो किए हैं भाई, जो किए हैं मेरे भाई सब्स्टिट्यूशंस मार्केजा ने, आई डोंट फील दैट इज अ pretty good games at the point. जो सब्स्टिट्यूशंस रहे हैं अब तक, आई डोंट थिंक दे वर इफेक्टिव एट ऑल. बिकॉज भाई आई थिंक इट वुड हैव बीन अ बेटर चांस फॉर यू, बिकॉज भाई तुमने 5 में से 3 सब्स्टिट्यूशन यूज कर लिए. नाउ द ओनली विंडो यू हैव टू एक्चुअली मेक सब्स्टिट्यूशंस इज द हाफ टाइम विंडो. अगर तुम अभी सब्स्टिट्यूशंस करोगे तो हु विल यू ब्रिंग ऑन एक्चुअली? बिकॉज अभी बचा कौन है तुम्हारी बेंच पे, वो बताओ मुझे तुम. टेल मी हु इज इन योर बेंच टुडे राइट नाउ, भाई जो आके तुम्हें सीधा एब्सोल्युटली डोमिनेट करके जिता सकता है अटैकिंग वाइज. अटैकिंग वाइज भाई कौन जिता सकता है बताओ मेरे को तुम. इज देयर एनी प्लेयर इन द गेम जो चेल्सी के लिए अभी आके अटैकिंग कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस कर सकता है? क्या लग रहा है भाई, व्हाट डू यू थिंक? बिकॉज मेरे को फ्रैंकली कोई भी एक भी सब्स्टिट्यूशन ऐसा नहीं दिख रहा है चेल्सी के लिए जो आके एक इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट कर सकता है. बिकॉज जाओ पेड्रो इज ऑलरेडी ऑन द पिच. देयर इज, एक बार खुलने दो यार मेरा ये सीन जो भी है चुतिया. एनीवे, बट या दैट इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. लाइनअप्स खोलते हैं एक बार. लेट्स सी द लाइनअप्स. Garnacho है, yes, Garnacho is one of the guys who can come off the bench and actually contribute for Chelsea against United. मेरे भाई एब्सोल्यूट सिनेमा हो जाएगा ना आके भाई अलेहांद्रो गर्नाचो भाई हैट्रिक मार दे एंड फिर सू मारे भाई चेल्सी के शर्ट में अगेंस्ट मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड दैट वुड बी क्रेजी ना दैट वुड बी फकिंग क्रेजी बट उसके अलावा who is Jamie Gittins I have no idea Mark Guyu कौन है भाई no idea but that is there but on the other hand for substitutions to be made for Manchester United that is Lenny Yoro है वहाँ पे he could be given a chance for probably Maguire or Delict if they feel like it. Other than that, Mateus Cunha will obviously come on as a substitute for Amad Diallo और Embuemo. दोनों में से किसी के लिए भी आ सकता है. That is not an issue at all, मेरे भाई. That is not an issue at all. Absolutely भाई, but जो गेम अभी तक रहा है गेम वॉज डिसेंट देखो गेम बुरा नहीं था बट एट द एंड आते आते वो जो चैलेंज कैसमीरो का गेटिंग अ रेड कार्ड फॉर इट थोड़ा ड्रामेटिक हो गया है गेम कमिंग इनटू द सेकंड हाफ मेरे भाई इट हैज गॉन अ लिटिल ड्रामेटिक कमिंग इनटू द सेकंड हाफ इतना ड्रामेटाइज होना नहीं चाहिए था अभी तक के लिए गेम बट इट हैज गॉन देयर so it will be very interesting in the second half because abhi now that the teams are level 10 men on both the sides we can actually see Chelsea move forward a little bit more थोड़ी सी और फॉरवर्ड आते हुए दिख सकती है हमें Chelsea and they might find a couple of goals as well you never know it will be pretty crazy एब्सोल्युटली भाई एब्सोल्युटली क्रेजी हो जाएगा भाई एब्सोल्युटली क्रेजी हो जाएगा बॉयज 100% बट भाई अगर ओवरव्यू लें हम पूरे हाफ में जो जो हुआ कैसे हुआ क्यों हुआ तो भाई बहुत सी बातें करनी पड़ेगी बिकॉज पहले तो जो रेड कार्ड आया वहां पे सैंचेस का तो सैंचेस का रेड कार्ड वाज एब्सोल्युटली अननेसेसरी कमिंग इन फॉर चेल्सी थोड़ा मिसजज कर लिया उसने बंदे ने कि भाई हाउ डू आई एक्चुअली विन द बॉल एंड ही पैनिक्ड आई वुड से because there was no way in hell that he was able to win the ball there and he absolutely went in there with full confidence in himself that he will be see पहले एक बार उसने ट्रैक बैक किया था but he then tried to go away and clear it but not sure भाई कितना सही था ये चैलेंज सही था ये डिसीजन दैट वाज अ रेड कार्ड फॉर श्योर उसके बाद भाई प्योर डोमिनेशन आया वहां पे मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड का सो दैट वाज देयर बट उसके बाद वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट सब्स्टिट्यूशंस चेल्सी के सब्स्टिट्यूशंस जो आए पेड्रो नेटो बाहर एस्टेवाओ बाहर एंड coming in was Tosin and Jorgensen. Jorgensen का समझ आता है Tosin was he needed actually. And was the substitution of Cole Palmer necessary to? I'm not too sure मेरे भाई I'm not too sure because बात हम करें ना अगर मैच के बारे में looking into context थोड़ा सा चांस चेल्सी ने अपना ही कम कर लिया है by just doing these defensive substitutions. Hadn't they made these defensive substitutions, I'm sure United wouldn't score more than 2 goals at the point. But at least एक चांस रहता है if Cole Palmer, Pedro Neto, Estevao जैसे players पिच पे रहते ना तो there would have been a threat at least for Chelsea. Because भाई ऐसा तो नहीं है कि भाई if you are on 10 men the game is lost there. लाइक सैंचेज के जो सैंचेज क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं जो मार्केजा के जो सब्स्टिट्यूशंस थे they were pretty bad you know they were pretty bad I mean he almost reacted like he has lost the you know he has lost the game already and उसके हिसाब से वो सब्स्टिट्यूट कर रहा था कि भाई it doesn't go worse but one thing that he missed it was just the 5th minute on the clock You still had the whole 90 minutes to play. But yeah, that was the case here. That was indeed the case here. Absolutely मेरे भाई. कोई मेरे बात को बुलाओ. अरे अरे करे का लड़ाओ. Hey, shitty things going in the game. Shitty things going in the game. And भाई कैसेमीरो तो भाई पता नहीं क्या सोच ही रहा था. It was pretty shit to be honest. Really, really fucking shit मेरे भाई. It's really fucking shit. I don't know if there was a need of that challenge going into the game, but yeah, that happened. But अभी भाई I don't feel like streaming here. कोई व्यूज नहीं आ रहे, कोई concurrent viewers नहीं है throughout the first hour of streaming actually. So not sure how I would want to go ahead with this. यार तू तो बदला नहीं है. Let's do this thing, boys. Let us do this thing. Because भाई अभी अभी हुआ है ये तो ऐड आएगी अभी तो बहुत कुछ डिस्कस करना है नहीं करना है whatever एटसेट्रा मेरे भाई एटसेट्रा मेरे भाई ला 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 चलेगा बॉयज गाइस लेट्स डू व्हाट्स टू डू करते हैं भाई लेट्स डू द स्ट्रीम ओवर वी लाइक टू स्ट्रीम वी विल स्ट्रीम इट इज नॉट एन इशू मेरे भाई इट इज नॉट एन इशू फॉर अस एरो एरो to Crips. Dun, 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 dun. भाई क्या ही बात करें और तो भाई मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड ने भाई जो भगा है मतलब इट इज हेरिटेज भाई सर्जियो रामोस and Casemiro are known for this kind of stuff that keeps up happening. Red card ले लेंगे भाई you can't rely on these guys. I mean you can rely on that but it's never gonna work. You know because it is heritage. Like Casemiro is a dirty player, boy. For sure, he's a dirty player. You have no doubt about that. तो भाई जो red card लिया है ना, absolutely on point है भाई, on point है. This is, but भाई मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड को भाई कुछ भी इतना आसानी से मिल जाए, तो क्या ही बात है मेरे भाई, तो क्या ही बात है, हाँ? हाफ टाइम कब खत्म होगा मेरे भाई? कब खत्म होगा मेरे भाई? कोई मेरे घर को बुलाओ। करेंगे भाई, चलो लेट्स कंटिन्यू, लेट्स टॉक अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट चेल्सी हियर। कि भाई चेल्सी, भाई मेरा पॉइंट वही है भाई, इतने ज्यादा डिफेंसिव सब्स्टिट्यूशंस की जरूरत नहीं थी एट दिस पॉइंट, बिकॉज वेल इट वाज टू अर्ली इन द गेम। बिकॉज भाई अगर इट वाज द सिचुएशन कि भाई तुम नील नील हो एंड यू गॉट अ रेड कार्ड एट द 70th मिनट, or in the second half after 5 minutes, or you have like 20-25 minutes to go in the game, defensive substitutions make sense. बट मार्केजा ने भाई आते ही डिफेंसिव सब्स्टिट्यूशंस कर दिए, रेड कार्ड मिला सैंचेज को, धड़ाधड़ तीन सब्स्टिट्यूशंस कि भाई हम अब करेंगे डिफेंड, 90 मिनट्स के लिए करेंगे डिफेंड। कॉल पामर को निकाल दिया, पेड्रो नेटो को निकाल दिया, एस्टेवाओ का निकालना थोड़ा सा मैंडेटरी सा था। सो आई वोंट से एनीथिंग रिगार्डिंग दैट, बट उसके अलावा भाई it was not good decision making. I don't think so, because they had to do better. They had to do fucking better, bro. Absolutely. Manchester United versus Chelsea. We're coming back on. The players are back on the pitch. Now, I think João Pedro coming to this half will play a crazy good contribution or a part, if you will, because इसके आते ही ना भाई यहाँ पे it is very very substitutions में कौन आया भाई यहाँ पे? Ugarte is there, in for who? But who did he substitute out? Is, I think it would be Amad Diallo. That is what I feel. शेशको को, मेरे भाई, आर यू किडिंग मी? आर यू सीरियस? Are both the managers gone mad? भाई ये क्या क्या मतलब? What's the point, bro? If you had to play like this, भाई दोनों को इतना डिफेंसिव होने की क्या जरूरत है? I have no idea मेरे भाई। I have no idea मेरे भाई। For for God's sakes, bro. For God's sakes, क्या कर रहे हैं ये लोग भाई? Whatever the fuck these players are doing at the moment, the managers, I'm talking about the managers भाई, इतने defensive substitutions दोनों साइड से I don't expect। सही में dude, what the hell, what the hell? Come on bro, have to do better। Absolutely insane मेरे भाई, absolutely insane। भाई बॉल ही नहीं था भाई, सब ऐसे ही खड़े हैं, बॉल लाने भेजा है भाई कोई बच्चे को, बॉल ले आ बच्चे साले, बच्चे को बॉल लेने भेज दिया। बोलो क्या बोल सकते हैं इनको भाई, तुम बताओ मेरे को, व्हाट कैन वी से अबाउट दीज गाइस? ये है, ये है तुम्हारा क्वालिटी वर्ल्ड टाइप ऑफ थिंग, व्हाटएवर। भाई क्या गोलू मोलू लड़का है ना, क्यूट है भाई। ये कौन बोला भाई? And here we go, boys. Here we go. It is the second half. We are kicking off the second half with beautiful, beautiful rain. Beautiful तो नहीं है भाई. It is kind of a downpour coming in Manchester today. Not of goals, I regret to say. But भाई अभी है ना भाई, गेम बैलेंस में आ चुकी है. The game is back in the balance because क्यों? दोनों टीम ने रेड कार्ड खा लिया है गाइस। गाइस गाइस दोनों टीम ने रेड कार्ड खा लिया है। हैरी मैग्वायर, भाई कितना पानी है सरफेस पे, कितना पानी है। सब नीचे गिर पड़ रहे हैं भाई, पैरों में पानी ही पानी है। और भाई ये शेष्को को क्यों सब्स्टिट्यूट आउट किया है? टेल मी दैट थिंग नाउ, डू यू वांट टू actually just defend the whole half and retain the 2 goal lead? Is that what you're thinking? Are you serious, boys? Are you fucking serious? सेशको को निकाल दिया। आई फील लाइक भाई अगर लाना ही था उगाटे को, probably Amad Diallo wouldn't have been a better choice to substitute out. Embuemo is rushing the players forward के भाई आओ थोड़ा आगे आओ, प्रेस करो, लेट्स विन द बॉल फॉरवर्ड। बट भाई कोई, सब भाई सो रहे हैं भाई यूनाइटेड के भाई लोग। जाओ पेद्रो, डोरगू का टैकल, मेरे भाई डोरगू इज टॉप भाई, डोरगू इज अ टॉप टॉप प्लेयर। डोरगू इज अ वेरी वेरी टॉप प्लेयर बॉयज। गाइस चैट, क्या बोलना चाहिए मुझे? आर्मी बोलना चाहिए तुम्हें मेरी। Beware appreciation. Anyway, भाई क्या था ये पास? अजीब सा पास दिया भाई उधर। काइसेडो ने बहुत ही अजीब सा पास दिया है। फोफाना क्लियर्स द बॉल with Reece James, with Manchester United, Luke Shaw on the ball, plays it central and plays it for, किसको येलो मिल रहा है? एंजो फर्नांडिस को येलो कार्ड मिलते हुए। चैट, एंजो फर्नांडिस ने क्या किया है अभी बताना मेरे को जरा। ठीक है, understandable I would say, but I'm not sure how correct the decision is. I understand why it was given, but yeah, ठीक है। Okay, you cannot actually just go on and put your leg on anyone else's leg and injure them. Yeah, okay. Embo standing over the free kick this time. Embo goes in for a cross. Reece James tried to clear it away, but it was cleared away eventually after a rebound from Kukurea, and Embuemo bhai mere dribbling past everyone like he is prime Messi. Absolutely killer of a game, bhai. Absolutely killer of a game. एम्बुएमो भाई वहां पे यही यही ये थोड़ा सा पॉजिटिव है एम्बुएमो का कि लाइक ही टर्न्स इनटू प्राइम मेसी व्हेनेवर ही वांट्स टू, बट ही नीड्स टू डू इट कंसिस्टेंटली। Embuemo on to pressing. Mazarawi to Amad Diallo. De Ligt with the ball. And another yellow card coming off from the referee's pocket for Chaloba. Chaloba के लिए एक yellow card यहाँ पे with the foul on Mazarawi. नहीं, for on the foul against Amad Diallo. Yeah. तो भाई बहुत सारे येलो कार्ड्स, बहुत सारे रेड कार्ड्स मिल रहे हैं इस गेम में। आई थिंक भाई एक और रेड कार्ड आ सकता है इस गेम में। इट इज वेरी वेरी स्क्रैपी ऑफ अ गेम टुडे, बट या एनीथिंग कैन हैपन। Chalobah, जाओ पेड्रो था भाई, चालोबा कहाँ से आएगा उधर तेरा? Mazraoui running off with the ball like it's today. Plays it off to Amad Diallo, but अंदर कोई है ही नहीं भाई, बॉक्स के अंदर except Mazraoui there is no one. Dorgu with the ball, but a great tackle from Caicedo there. Another great tackle from Dorgu. And it is a throw into Chelsea, bro. It is a throw into Chelsea. You don't have to argue about that. I thought it was a throw in for a Chelsea, but and it stands true. It stands true, boys. It stands true. The Chelsea would want to go ahead and actually score a couple of goals here because the numerical advantage that Manchester United had in the first half is gone with the challenge of Casemiro. They would want to pounce on this opportunity. Chalobah is on the ball right now, but the only problem that Chelsea has at the moment is the lack of attacking players. What Marqueza I think missed the trick here is to actually keep a couple of players on, because if that would have been the case, if let's say a Cole Palmer or Pedro Neto were in the pitch right now, we would see a lot of creativity lurking and splurring through those legs. But currently, in this situation, all Chelsea has are defensive players. I think Alejandro Garnacho will come in at some point in the game, and I think he will be the key because he's the only attacking player that has the capability to produce something in this area. Nothing against João Pedro or Enzo Fernandez or anyone else, but you need a character. You need a central persona on the pitch, which Cole Palmer gives, which Pedro Neto gives, and which Alejandro Garnacho will give you. And that will be the case. And we saw Marqueza there talking with Garnacho to actually come on and contribute in some way. Some tactical knowledge being shared there by Marqueza on Garnacho. Look at the attempts of both the sides. Chelsea with just 2 attempts on goal. Manchester United having 3 attempts on target and 9 attempts in total. So that is going to be a very, very hefty night today for both the teams. These last 40 minutes would be very, very crazy. Was that a foul? I think that is an overreaction of what actually happened on the challenge. He just merely sniffed or touched his hand on the opposition's face. But according to Santos, he actually destroyed his face. Maguire is exchanging some words with the ref. Maguire is in the mood today. Maguire has been solid today. With the tackles, with the interceptions, with the clearances. Maguire has been in top form today. Whatever attacks are coming through Chelsea are being destroyed by Harry Maguire. And I think that is an upgrade on Lenny Euro. Lenny Euro sometimes loses the ball quite too easily. He lacks the experience that Maguire brings. Maguire is not so bad of a player. He was actually signed at £80 million from Leicester City with the expectation that he will actually go ahead and produce those defensive performances. So that has been the case. but he hasn't been able to fulfill that role so far. He has been sort of a super sub at occasions for Manchester United, especially in the Europa League where they faced Ajax last year. If it weren't for Harry Maguire, Spurs would have faced someone else in the final of the Europa League. So, but he is an out and out defender. He needs to behave like a defender. He needs to tackle. He needs to intercept. He needs to do things without the ball. He does great things with the ball in the attacking space for sure. Dorgu there now on the run. Dorgu puts in a cross. Bruno Fernandes to collect it off the clearance from Fofana. A cross coming in, Mbuemo couldn't reach it, a little too far away from Mbuemo at the end there. Second half stats, you can see it has been out and out Chelsea. It has been top form from Chelsea. And they needed that because in the first half they didn't have the numerical advantage. Now they have, I mean, they don't have the advantage, but they are equal again. So they will be dominating on the ball. They have a confidence, a flare of confidence coming back to them. But still, Manchester United are producing very poisonous attacks coming forward. Now João Pedro is clear. João Pedro is running. There is Enzo Fernandez at the right hand side if he needs to find him. João Pedro tiptoeing with the defenders and keeping the ball away from them. Reece James goes back to Fofana. कौन है ये कौन है ये Santos है Caicedo है हमारे भाई Caicedo है. It could have been a sumptuous pass to João Pedro, but it was actually cleared away from the last line of defense. Garnacho seems to be coming in at any given moment now because he is on the tactics board with Marqueza to understand how are they going to operate in their situations. The pressing of Manchester United has been pretty decent today. They have been pressing well in the second half too. The start was a little slow, I will give you that, but after a little words of motivation from Mbuemo at the striker role now that he's adapted into after the departure of Šeško to the bench. So pressing has not been a big issue for Manchester United today. Dogu tried to tackle it in. There is a clearance coming off from Amad Diallo. It is Fofana. Back to Reece James on the right. Goes central, finds Tosin. Tosin goes wide to Chalobah and a slow switch of flanks. Now again there is a switch of flanks coming in. It is Fofana. The structure of Manchester United is not allowing the ball to go forward in this situation. The ball is with the defenders at all the times. They're not able to cut the passing lanes. They're not able to move the ball forward. There is no space for the progressive passes. So all the play that has been happening is on the back line or on the sidelines. There is nothing in the central because they are so compact, Manchester United. They haven't given off any space for Chelsea on possession. Bruno Fernandes trying to press a little bit there. Amad Diallo on the right trying to pace his way through, and a foul coming in from Ugarte as Caicedo goes down. João Pedro. In the back line, Manchester United has 5 players. tracking back every movement that is coming from the Chelsea attackers. But having said that, there are not enough Chelsea attackers in the lineup right now because in the first half, Marqueza took a very bold call of bringing in defensive substitutes. So he would want to go into the attacking groove. The only out and out attacking players in the team right now is João Pedro, and that is it. If you want to count, it is Enzo Fernandez and Santos as well. But out and out attackers whose specialty is attack, whose strength is attack, is just João Pedro. Enzo Fernandez is more of a box to box midfielder. He's not actually going ahead and contributing everywhere. That is a good chance. That was a good chance and a good clearance coming off from De Ligt. De Ligt actually pulling off a great clearance on that occasion coming in. Yep, that was a good attack built up by Chelsea and a great clearance coming off from De Ligt. It will be about saving the ball now because Chelsea would have all the ball at the point, and I think Mbuemo is getting substituted out, and the person coming in will be Mateus Cunha. Oh, Amorim wanted to cancel the substitutions. I think there was some sort of confusion there. Marqueza isn't happy, like you can't change up substitutes like that. Marqueza is arguing with the ref and Amorim as well that we wanted a different player out, or we want to wait for the substitution to be carried out after the corner. So, because Cunha was absolutely ready. Oh, that is a goal. That is a goal from Fofana, and they want to take up the ball and go ahead and start the game again, but that is an offside given by the ref. Now, was it offside? That was indeed offside. Clear as day, dark as the sky. It was offside. That was a good chance only if Fofana could have stayed off onside. Now Fofana is being substituted out, it seems. No, Cucurella is out and Fofana is out. Coming in two players are, I don't know who these players are. I'm seeing them for the first time, to be very, very honest with you. Cucurella and Wesley Fofana are out. Coming in is Gusto and George. I have no idea who these two players are. Mazraoui is going out now, and I think Cunha will be coming in for Mazraoui instead of Mbuemo. Let's just check what kind of players these two guys are actually. All 5 substitutions carried out by manager Enzo Marqueza. Tariq George is an attacker. I don't know where he plays exactly. He plays on the left wing. And Malo Gusto is a defender coming at right back for Cucurella. I don't know who will take. I think Caicedo will take his place. Is Caicedo a right-footed player or a left-footed player? It is a right-footed player. So who will take the left back role? Would it be Chalobah? Will it be someone else? It will be very interesting to see. They almost nearly got a goal, but it was ruled out Chelsea because of offside on Wesley Fofana. Harry Maguire on the ball on the back line. Amad Diallo coming in deep. Diallo going forward to Delict. Delict tried to play it for Diallo, but ended up losing the ball there. Enzo Fernandez. Chalobah to Stosin. Goes to Santos. There are no attempts coming in from Manchester United in this second half. All the 9 attempts that came for Manchester United were in the first half itself. Chelsea has gotten 1 attempt on goal in the second half, and they had just 2 in the first half. Bro, I just want to enjoy this game now because since no one is joining in the game, I think I will take an exit here. I think I will take an exit here, bro. Think I will. Yeah, yeah, that's what I think, my guy. Because भाई अटक भी तो इतना ही रहा है ना ये चीज. It is not exactly a free flowing thing here, is it? Anyway, can we change the settings midway the stream? Can we do that, bro? Can we do that video? Can I change the value of the video? I probably can't, can I? Anyway, it's George. George. There is going to be another live stream tomorrow that we will be discussing about one mandatory video marketing video, whatever. Yeah, right. Sunday tomorrow we will have an F1 stream at 4:30 p.m. So if anyone wants to join in on that game, we will be happy to fill you in on that. How do you call it? Yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow, boys. This is endless. This is nothing at all. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I will enjoy the game without the stream on. So yeah, that's pretty much it, boys. That's pretty much it. All right, guys. Bye bye. Tata. Thank you for joining me today on the beautiful, beautiful day. Mason Mount is coming in, and so is Lenny Yoro for Embuemo, and probably it would be Delict or would it be Luke Shaw? Embuemo has had a fantastic game on the ball, and Maguire is actually going out for Lenny Yoro. Mason Mount is against his ex team, so that means we won't see Garnacho play against Manchester United. Bad, 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 bad boy. Bad, 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 bad boy.